close enough to have a bit of a go here into Paddock Hill Bend. So green flags wave once again, and the 50th anniversary Formula Ford Festival final is back underway. Jamie Sharp closing on the race leader. He goes to the outside line. Is he going to try the high, wide and handsome line at Paddock Hill Bend? He does, but it's wet out there. He gets sideways. So does McLennan in third. So does Esterson in sixth place. And in the end, that all helps Joey Foster to hold on to the lead. Bit of dirt on the road at Druids. Esterson there to the inside, to the outside. Well, that's Jordan Dempsey trying to get up the inside line, isn't it? Esterson's ahead of McCulloch, is he not now? So Max Esterson, I think, has broken into the top 5. Joey Foster, so far so good, hanging on to the lead.
Yeah, and I think Sharp now has got the taste of the restart. I think if you can go with him, genuinely, Jamie Sharp's got a really good chance of winning this, of course, as does Neil McLennan. So I think if Sharp's going to do this and try and get some redemption from Rory Smith running out, here comes up the inside Chris Middlehurst on Max Esterson. We've seen that plenty. That's Andre Castro up the inside. So past the Team USA guy he goes. For the Team USA guys, at the moment, Castro 8th. And as for Esterson up in 6th, not too bad for Team USA guys. Here he goes again to the outside line, but couldn't do it. Foster defends the inside once more. Back into Paddock Hill Bend, and McLennan's closing in. They're sliding a little bit in typical Formula Ford fashion. Might be a little bit of dirt down there. Alan Davis runs out wide again. He's done that once before. They're 3 abreast on the exit. That was with Brown and Dennis Lind. So those 3 are going 3 abreast up towards Druids. It's tell at the festival final, can't you?
Joey Foster cannot escape here, can he? The trouble that Jamie Sharp is having is that there's only one line through Paddock because it's so wet. Matt Cowley is out, and that is
1-2-1. That's Robert Barrable.
It is, yeah. So Matt Cowley's festival to forget really has ended in tears, and they're both stuck in the same part of the circuit that we've just had a recovery operation up at the top of Halewood Hill. They're both okay. That's the main thing. But those cars are going to need to be moved.
McLennan.
That was McLennan. Yes.
No. So Moyers.
Moyers.
Sorry.
Michael Moyers off up at Clearways, and Joey Foster.
Whoa.
Joey Foster slow from the race lead. So Jamie Sharp has got the lead away. Neil McLennan is there in second place. What on earth has happened up at Clearways Corner? Joey Foster comes across the start-finish line way down the order in 9th.
And McCulloch went wide, and I think Miller's tried to go up the inside, but realised yellow flags there, so he couldn't do it. So they're 3 abreast. Is that a bit of bodywork? Yes, I think we're trying to work out what we're saying. McLennan's hit the back of Sharp sideways at Graham Hill Bend. McLennan is second place with a hole on his nose. Look at Max Esterson. Apart from the Kent Fest 2008, a Team USA Sculpture driver has never won the main festival. He's in third place, in with a shout here potentially, sliding all over the road. We're up to the half distance, all sorts going on. What a final this is.
Esterson started 13th on the grid for this final. He is in a podium place, and the top 2 cars I reckon may have damage. Certainly McLennan does. What of Jamie Sharp though? He leads the way. McLennan second, and Esterson goes to the outside, sells the dummy, switches to the inside. He can't quite get to the inside of Neil McLennan, who hangs on to P2. McLennan is quick through Paddock. There are yellow flags heading up the hill. They're going to cover this, I think, under yellows, at least for a lap or so, although I can't see any yellows there actually. So full racing conditions up towards Druids Corner. Jamie Sharp leads, McLennan second, Esterson third, and Chris Middlehurst is coming. He is in 4th place and catching the leading 3.
Michael Moyes in the pit lane. I've heard the pit lane siren go. Sadly, Michael Moyes, his chance for festival victory on his first go is done. And actually, you say Chris Middlehurst, you're absolutely right, in 4th place. Rest of the field, Ivan McCulloch 5th, Dempsey 6th, Castro 7th, but it's Jonathan Brown Foster still 9th, and Dennis Lind is 10th. So what a festival he's having us to get in the top 10 as well. And the action still ain't over by a long shot.
The one thing I will say with confidence is that we should get a brand new winner, because the top 7 in this race have never won the Formula Ford Festival before. Up to Paddock Hill Bend they go. The challenge is on once again. Still Jamie Sharp holds on to the lead. Neil McLennan attacking and defending at the same time, but the race leader runs out wide. McLennan's up the inside line. There's another squeeze. 2 wheels on the grass. Through the leaves he goes. Under yellow flags though. Neil McLennan has taken the race lead. There was a yellow flag. Middlehurst up the inside of Esterson as well, but that surely was under yellow flags. He has to give that back.
He surely has to. If he didn't spot that, he's going to have to. And BM Racing will argue that's the cars coming. Yeah, I think he's moving aside at possible. He's going defensive. He's got to work out how to let Sharp through if he's got to let him through. Otherwise, he will get a penalty for that, because there's contact. I think that Sharp bit of tit for tat. Hit me at the back, Willie. You can have it back this time. There are now at the top 4, 5, 6 cars for lead. 7 cars for lead. The top 7 all together. I think it looks like McLennan was a little bit loose on the exit. The course now, Sharp is tucked under his gearbox. Middlehurst, Esterson, and Dempsey in there as well. Top 5 all together. Top 5 covered by 0.4 of a second. What a final this is turning out to be.
And we are only on the 14th lap of 20. We've still got a third of this this race to go. It is Neil McLennan that leads. There is the yellow flag, though. He may not have seen it because he was on the grass at the time, but the point still stands. You cannot overtake under even a single waved yellow. We shall wait and see what comes of that. It may matter little, though, if Jamie Sharp can get back ahead of him on track. It's clear that McLennan is not going to give the place back. If he was going to, he would have done already by now. Down the Cooper Straight they go. Looked like Sharp was going to the outside, but then backed out of it. Through Surtees they go. McLennan, Sharp, Middlehurst, Esterson, Dempsey, Castro, McCulloch, all in a long line, nose to tail for the final victory here of the Formula Ford Festival.
If this ain't an advert to young drivers to do Formula Ford, I don't know what is. Top 7 altogether in what arguably the biggest Formula Ford Fest race of the year. This is incredible stuff. Tucked under the gearbox, all 7 together down the pit straight, back towards Paddock Hill Bend. Looking to the wide line, Jordan Dempsey in P5, not too far behind Esterson. Middlehurst, the national champions, in there. They're all sliding around, squirming for tractions now to the inside. McLennan defends, looking for the outside line up towards Druids. Now at the inside, let's try and make it to 5th position to make it 2 of the Team USA cars in the top 5. Goes Andre Castro, and he's got the job done. He's through. Joey Shaw must be pleased. Now if Sharp can get through, it'll kind of negate him to let him through again. Although Ray McLennan might get healthy. He starts the corner. He's going to be side by side. Here comes Middlehurst. Here comes Edson. They're practically 2 by 2 into Surtees, and there's still 5 laps to go.
Jamie Sharp through the outside at Surtees, tries to get the inside at Clearways, but he couldn't quite get there. The trouble for Sharp here is that to overtake McLennan, he has to go offline, and Chris Middlehurst will hesitate not even for a fraction of a second in filling that gap if he does so. Across the line we go then. There are 5 laps to go in the Formula Ford Festival final, and there is bump drafting going on. Diving to the inside, that's Esterson.
What a move.
That's Esterson on the inside of Chris Middlehurst, goes 3rd. Sharp is sideways in 2nd. Middlehurst is out wide. He's out of it now, surely. Chris Middlehurst dropping down the order. It is McLennan that leads. It's Sharp 2nd, and it is Max Esterson with the move of the weekend into 3rd.
Fantastic stuff. I don't want this race to end. It's incredible stuff now. Dempsey also got past Middlehurst, but again, that looked like it was in a yellow flag zone, so he might get in trouble for that as well. So we'll have to wait and see. It might be the clerk of the course decision, but there is still 4 laps to go, and it's that close to. This is a better finish than we could ever imagine. Top 7 are all together, and there's still cars coming behind him. 8th place, we've got Jonathan Brown, Foster in there. Dennis Lindy's still 10th. McCulloch and them. Jan Magnussen's up to 13th as well. What an incredible race this is.
Across the line we go then. There will be 4 more laps remaining. Neil McLennan cannot escape. He's got that damage to the nose as well. But Jamie Sharp has tried everything. He's tried Paddock Hill Bend. He's tried Druids. He's tried Clearways. He cannot get up alongside, but maybe now he can, because McLennan runs wide. The yellow flag, though, we think is still there on the left of Sharp. Can't quite see it.
No,
It's gone. It's gone. So there is green flag racing coming out of Paddock Hill Bend, and that could be absolutely critical. It didn't work for Sharp that time. He is clearly the quicker of the 2. He just can't find a way through. A brilliant defensive drive this from McLennan.
I'm staggered. I couldn't believe this. Oh, there's some battle going on. What have you seen? Oh no, side by side. It's 3 abreast of the run up towards Surtees. Sharp's up the inside. He's done it. He's up into the lead. Jamie Sharp takes the lead of the Formula Ford Festival at Brands Hatch. He's into the lead now as they go on to the last 3 laps of the race. The 2 Team USA cars are 3rd and 4th. Esther, Castro, Dempsey, Midler, Cinder, McCulloch and Brown and Foster all in there. Top 9 all together, and all of them could still win. There's 2 laps to go. 3 laps to go on this one. Who on earth is going to win it? We just don't know.
Now, can Sharp pull away? The answer appears to be no. Even with that damage, McLennan staying with him in a slipstream. That was Castro around the outside, Dempsey on the inside. He's sideways, so Middlehurst tries to get back up the inside of him. But only a lap or so ago we thought Middlehurst could win this, and now he's battling to get back into the top 5. Through Druids they go. I don't actually think he's going to clear Dempsey, as he know Dempsey hangs on to 5th place, and Jamie Sharp for BM Racing holds on to the lead of the race out of Graham Hill Bend, and dare I say it, he's building a little bit of a gap now.
Also look behind them, Dennis Lind and the 11th place car, which is David McCulloch, is the 11th place. We're going to get a top 11 nose to tail by the end of it towards the flag. There goes Essen having a look up the inside of McLennan now for 2nd place. Castro's his rear gunner in 4th position in there too, as well as Dempsey. 2 laps to go. Foster's in there just behind in 8th position. Jonathan Brown. McCulloch's in there in 7th place. Crossed the line. 2.4 miles left of the Formula Ford Festival for 2021. And again, there is still absolutely no guarantee which of these drivers is going to do it.
McLennan is so good through Clearways, really closed back in on Sharp at the end of that lap. He goes to the outside at Druids this time because he's got a car length or so in hand over Esterson. That vanishes though in the shape of 1 braking point. He gets a good run out of Druids, tries to pull alongside on the drop down towards Graham Hill Bend. He can't quite get him there. Esterson almost into the back of him in 3rd place. 1.5 laps to go here in the grand final of the 50th Formula Ford Festival, sponsored by Clapham North. They turn through Surtees then. As they come out of Clearways, it will be the last chance to get in that slipstream and try and make a move move into Paddock Hill Bend. I'm sure one of these drivers will try it. Will it be McLennan in second place? He is closer than ever to Jamie Sharp as they come out through Clark Curve. Sharp will have no choice but to defend the inside line. That will give McLennan no choice but to go onto that wet and slippery outside line. But it is now or never. 1 lap to go in the festival. They all in the end go for the tighter inside line, all trying to hold position as they make their way towards Druids. Then inside line for Sharp. Where does McLennan go? He stays in line. There's a car in the gravel further back.
David
McCullough, okay. The Americans are side by side. That's Castro trying to go to the outside of Max Esterson. But there is now just over half a lap standing between Jamie Sharp and a historic first ever victory in the Formula Ford Festival. Bit wide through Graham Hill Bend. Just about manages to gather it together. There's another car in the gravel at Paddock. That doesn't really matter though. The leaders head towards Clearways. Last chance saloon now for Neil McLennan. Can he get up the inside line? The answer is no. He's almost into the back of Jamie Sharp. It's going to be a drag race run to the line. The slipstream is powerful here, but I don't think there's quite enough time. Jamie Sharp will take his first ever victory in the Formula Ford Festival in the 50th anniversary event. The checkered flag is waved and the victory goes to Jamie Sharp. Neil McLennan in second, Max Esterson in third, fourth place Jordan Dempsey, and fifth for Andre Castro. The top 5 drivers covered by half a second.
There goes Ronnie Grant waving the checkered flag, and what a moment to do it. 3 words: what a final. Goodness me. If you're in chat, give us some clap emojis in that one. If you're at the circuit watching, give these guys a round of applause. What an absolutely staggering final. Out of all the times I've watched the 4-on-4 Festival, the last 7 years since I've been at the VRCC,